teacher, who is from Spain, who would mumble through his teeth, "Me cago en la," I shit on the. He would bring his hand to his mouth, self-conscious of his smoker breath, and mumble "Me cago en la" at our mediocrity in mathematics. Later, we, the students, found out that he meant the mother. That's how you ended that insult. Me cago en la madre. Which, it didn't really bother me because my mom never really came to my parent-teacher conferences. So I didn't really have to worry about her getting pooped on. And it was far better than what happened to my more arithmetically challenged classmates who were unexpectedly thrown chalk pieces at their head. And the chalk eraser in the case of the lost cause students. If you were in recess with chalk in your hair, then we knew you were going to struggle in school and very likely life. Later, I found out that the actual ending to the insult is la leche, the milk, and not the mother like we had originally thought, which is equally as disturbing because brown is a high contrast color to white. When you use the mother as a subject to shit on, the proper grammatical formation is me cago en tu madre, shit on your mother. The syntax is made clear by saying whose mother you're taking a poop on, so as not to create confusion. Only the Spanish would bring everything that is pure and divine about the mother archetype and just stop it with everything that is grotesque and roundabout. Maybe those early years surrounded by Spanish teachers made me love the Spanish culture. And through that love, I learned about the caganer. The caganer is a small figurine famous in nativity scenes in Catalunya. It's a shepherd with his pants down, taking a poop. Near Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. The Son of God was probably close enough to say, "I'm going to sacrifice myself to save that man's soul because his intestines are forever damned." The nativity scene is there to show us everything that is supposed to be holy, the only path to salvation. The caganer is just there behind the scenes, just relieving himself. That tableau is the perfect representation of the conflict of everything that is supposed to be holy and everything that is human. It is my own vacillation with my belief in God. When people tell me that God exists and that He lives only under one roof, and everybody not under that roof will burn in hell, then I chafe at those expectations, and I want to shout from the top of my lungs that God is dead. Which is the same thing that Nietzsche said. And it feels so good to say because, unlike Nietzsche, I do not have syphilis. But when nobody's ringing at my door telling me that God believes in me, but only if I believe in Him, because He might be omnipotent, but He still likes a good childish game. When I'm left alone, and I'm able to be myself, my ideological self, my scatological self, my desired self, I have these moments, like when my wife tells me she's going to birth both of our kids at home, and my meddlesome, hypochondriac, neurotic family throws every horror birth story they have ever heard of her. I look at them and say, "I'm going to kill you." History is filled with family-on-family violence for lesser things like gold, kingdom, and land. Imagine what I can do to you in the name of love. And I look at my wife. She's just laughing it off. But not like someone in the south of the U.S. would when they say, "That's nice," but they don't mean it. Because they know you have freedom of expression, but they believe in the Second Amendment, and they have the guts to prove it. No. She's generally laughing it up, and I ask her, why are you not more upset? And she tells me, because that's her story, not mine. And like a badass, she follows through and has both of her daughters at home. Or the time when I see my first daughter for the first time and I immediately fall in love. Or when I think that there's no possible way I can love someone as much as I love my first daughter, that my second daughter is born, and I think my heart is going to explode from so much love. And contrary to what I believe, it doesn't. But in the process, my heart expands and water is displaced, and the only place for that water to go is through my eyes. Okay, fine, I was right. Or when all that tension disappears and my 2-year-old reaches over to my newborn who had been in the world for exactly 1 minute and softly holds her hand and gently shakes it and says, "Hi, nice to meet you." Then in those moments, I'm not so sure God doesn't exist. I believe that if he or she or they exist, then we wouldn't find him in the place that Adam was a dictator tell us that he's in. So the caganer is there behind the scene, relieving himself, but also reminding us that we're human needs, and that we can aspire to be more without forgetting who we really are. But more important, that we can find that which is divine in what is mundane or from this world. But what do I know? I don't have the courage to tell anyone I'm going to take a poop on their milk. Let alone their mother. And if I'm being honest with you,